So hello everyone, welcome to the new day and new vlog. I hope you have watched yesterday's vlog and enjoyed it. We talked with Shubhadeep about his HCI subject which he took in winter semester. Today I thought that I would be going to Studierenden work office which is there in the university campus, you can say, to sublet, or you can say officially sublet my student dorm or my apartment here. I'm right in front of my building number 22 and 20. You can see the numbers here, and I have been assigned this student dorm by Studierenden work in Kaiserslautern, Germany, and for certain time period I have to now sublet this apartment officially. So I have to first go to Studierenden work, and I have found a person as well who will be living in this time period at my apartment. So I thought that as I'm going today to their office, so I'll let you know about the procedure that happens at Studierenden work, and we'll see how it goes. So see, this is the student dorm building, and now we have to go from here. You can see various student dorms building here. So this is a kind of, you can say, live experience for me and those who don't know. This student apartment is in Kurt-Schumacher-Straße, which is there in Kaiserslautern, Germany, and it's a kind of student apartment, assigned by Studierenden work to me. And also how this apartment looks like, this €255 student apartment, I have talked about that in one of the videos. I'll post that video's link in the description so you can watch that as well. So now from here we have to go to the university. See, these are these buildings, and there is this bridge. So on that side you can see the glimpse of the university, the building number 42 as well, and such a beautiful view from this bridge. See, now we are almost in the university campus. You can see the Mensa building there, building number 42 there. We have to go straight from this end. There is also sitting place here. You can sit there and enjoy. Now from here I have to go towards the Studierenden work office side, and I have with me Harsh here.
Hello guys.
He would be subletting my apartment officially, you can say. And yesterday you have also did some procedure, right?
Yeah. I filled up the application form.
Yeah. So he had to fill up one application form at Studierenden work that he wants the apartment until and unless you're not on the waiting list. So now we are almost there. So let's go inside. This is the Studierenden work office, and we have to go here. So now we'll talk about the procedure and then we'll let you know. So finally this official sublet procedure is done. So if we start, Harsh, first of all, what they asked initially when we went inside?
They asked me for my student ID card and they took a scan for it.
Yeah, so they scanned his ID card, and then they gave me a form as well where I had to fill my name, my address, and my email, my phone number. Also I have to mention which time period I'm subletting the apartment.
And even my name as well.
And his name, like to whom I'm subletting the apartment, with the exact address. I have to mention my own address along with the room number, and I have to mention today's date and sign in that form, and then I gave that form. After that, I think she started preparing the contract, right?
Yeah, correct.
So
so she prepared the contract in a computer.
Yeah.
And then she took the printout and she gave it to me.
yeah,
And that I signed it.
Yeah.
And she gave me another form in which I need to give my bank details.
correct. So that the amount gets.
Yeah, from which my rent will be deducted.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Yeah, and you have to mention in that your IBAN and BIC was not mandatory.
Yeah, correct.
And then one more form, I think, in which you have to cross second option, right?
Yeah, so there was one form in which they said that if I want my name to appear on the
Residence list.
Yeah, residence list. So
Yeah.
I checked it
Yeah.
because it's necessary for post.
Yeah, so it's necessary. So you have to check the second option, and you mention your details, and I think that's it. One form from my side and some forms from his side. And in the contract as well, he received, I think, one contract.
Yeah.
So the monthly rent is
225 euros.
255, I guess. 255 euro. 25 he's saying because I think for the first month you have to
Extra, yeah. 25 extra.
yeah, you have the contract. We can't show you the contract, but we can read from the contract. So yeah, I think it's written for the first month they will deduct 25 euros more.
Yeah.
And monthly rent is 255 euros, and you have to pay deposit as
300.
well. 300 euros deposit. So I think it's the kind of same procedure, and the rent will be debited from your account directly.
Correct. Yeah.
So like I won't have any role, I think, in that, because earlier it was deducted from my account. So from that, for that time period, it will be deducted from his account. And one more document I think you receive apart from contract.
Yeah, all the rules I got.
Yeah. So all the rules related to the student dorm.
Yes.
Correct. And I think one document for city registration.
Yeah, city registration document. They gave it to me right away.
Yeah.
I can use it for my city registration.
Correct. So in that it's written that like the hopped meter, like for me, like my name is mentioned that I am the main tenant and he is subletting the apartment, and the details are mentioned, so he can go and I think do the city registration for that.
Yeah.
So that's it, and thank you, Harsh, for sharing the details.
Yeah, thanks,
and
man.
he's the official sublet now. And one more point that I want to mention here is that when this procedure was done, then I was told that I have to take an appointment with the housemaster to give the keys to him because I would be moving out of the apartment, and Harsh also has to take an appointment with the housemaster to collect the keys. So I think this is also one of the important points, that housemaster will also play a role while moving in and moving out of the apartment. So now I'll go from here towards my apartment building and see I'm back to this area, and you can see the Studierenden where Kaiserslautern is written there. So these are the various student dorm buildings here, like building 10, building 8. Here also you can see building 22 and building 20. I have my student dorm in this building number 22. So now we'll go inside this building and go towards the room. And I'm finally inside my room. As I told before, that I'll put the video's link about this student dorm, or you can say student hostel or student apartment in Kaiserslautern in Germany. So you can watch that video as well. Also, I've talked in one of the videos about how to apply to the student dorm. So you can go to the accommodation in Germany playlist and watch several videos related to the accommodation part. So if I would summarize, then I think the procedure was quite quick. Like as I told, one has to find, a person who can officially sublet the apartment. One more thing or additional point that I want to mention here is that for me to do this procedure today, it was necessary that the person who would be subletting the apartment has to fill a form or apply to the Studierenden work, or must be in the waiting list. Because when I went yesterday to them that I want to officially sublet the apartment, then they told me that either the person should be on our waiting list, or if not, then we should have an application of that person one day before you want to have this contract or sign this contract. So I think this is also important, that you must be having an application to the Studierenden work. Like Harsh also told that they asked for his ID card. So I think they check that are you in their system or not, and have you been on the waiting list or not. So I think it's also important. And like I told, for me, they did not ask my student ID card because I'm registered with the student dorm. So I think they got my details from there. They asked me what's your address, what's your name, or maybe they can ask your date of birth, so they can check your details in the system. And then in one of the forms I had to fill my apartment details, like what is my exact address along with my room number, so the entire address you mentioned. And I think then you must have gotten an idea with the details that Harsh also shared, what were the documents that were given to him. And I think it was quite accessible, easy and quick. Like some documents which were given to you, one with the rules, one maybe with the contract, one of the contract, and one to do the city registration. In that document as well, there are details mentioned, like what is the rent, what is the deposit for first month, how much money we will be deducting. Like they told that 25 euros will be more for the first month, but for the rest of the month it would be 255 euros, 300 euros deposit. So all the details are mentioned and given to you. And I would say the person or the official of the Studierenden work who was responsible for this entire procedure was also quite helpful. You can ask your queries if you have any doubts, and she was also assisting us regarding the whole procedure. So I would like to thank her as well. And one more point that I want to mention here is that when she was giving us all these documents, and one of the documents that Harsh would be requiring while doing the city registration, she mentioned that it will be, or it is written, that you are the Hauptmieter or the main tenant of the apartment, and Harsh is living for a certain time period. Talking about the time period, I am officially subletting my apartment for 6 months, and that is mentioned there. As I said, if you have any queries, you can go to Studierenden work office during their working time and can ask your queries, because I think they can clarify your doubts in a good or elaborative manner. So I hope through this vlog you got some information, some insights regarding how is the procedure for me officially subletting my apartment. You can see the student dorm, student hostel in Germany, in Kaiserslautern, and we tried to share these informations. I would like to thank everyone, the official involved, Harsh, for sharing the details, and everyone who is watching this video. So I'll end this vlog now. Rest like, comment, share, subscribe. It doesn't take much time. Bye bye, ciao ciao, namaste, chalo. See you in new day, new vlog. Also, you can go to different playlists and watch videos according to your interest, and you can go to RP2 Kaiserslautern playlist. There the vlogs are also in English. For those playlists where the vlogs are in English, I have mentioned that in the playlist name, as well as there is Accommodation in Germany playlist. You can watch videos related to accommodation in that as well whenever you get time. Bye bye.